How would you finish this sentence? It makes me so angry when. We all have our pet peeves. We all have things that set us off. For me, it's when technology does not work as expected, or those customer service bots that just keep sending you in a loop and won't solve your problem or connect you with an agent. Gosh, I find that so infuriating. But what if I told you that anger is a choice? The truth is, no one can make us feel anything. And when we attribute our feelings to other people or situations, we are abdicating our personal power. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, and I love this quote, no one can make you feel inferior without your consent. In Viktor Frankl's seminal book, Man's Search for Meaning, and then reiterated again in Stephen Covey's The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, life-changing book for me, we are reminded that between the stimulus and the response, there is a space. And in that space, we choose how we're going to respond. As Frankl points out, in our response lies our growth and our freedom. In describing our ability to choose, Covey coined the phrase response able. We often don't notice that space unless we look for it. Instead, we react on autopilot, repeating behaviors we've practiced many times before. It takes intention to notice the gap and to use it to our advantage, to pause and choose a response that is kinder and more compassionate. The monks on the recently completed Walk for Peace demonstrated response ability in real time, despite the harsh weather and the harsh words they encountered along their journey. They unfailingly responded with loving kindness. Emotions affect our health. Changing our behavior isn't easy, but it is simple, and it begins with identifying your why. What's your reason for wanting to change? And one powerful reason is your health and the well-being of those around you. See, our emotions generate electromagnetic signals that affect every system in our body, influencing our heart rate, our blood pressure, even our ability to think clearly. Chronic anger has been linked to increased risk of heart attack and stroke, digestive issues, lowered immunity, and fatigue. But we also broadcast our emotions to the people around us. You've probably experienced this. What does it feel like when you're around someone who's angry? And if we permit it, their emotional dysregulation can disrupt our emotional regulation through something called emotional contagion. So when we practice regulating our emotions, it not only helps us in our health, but it also serves the people around us. Because on the flip side, being around someone who's calm can help us feel more peaceful. And experiments conducted by the HeartMath Institute have demonstrated this, that when people go into coherence, the systems of the people around them go into coherence as well. So, what are some techniques for how to cultivate emotional regulation? Well, I've got a couple things to suggest. And I want you to remember that emotional regulation isn't about getting it right. It's just about becoming more aware of that space between stimulus and response and becoming more intentional about how we use that space. Some days I remember to pause and choose wisely. Other times, like when I'm on the phone with a customer service bot, I might react and then learn afterward. And so here are some techniques to strengthen your response ability. The monks rely on hours of daily meditation to cultivate abiding inner peace. Meditation is powerful, but you don't have to sit for hours on end to benefit. And I know for some of us, meditation can be a challenge. But start for a few moments each day and just tune in to how you're feeling. You are invited to join my Intend for Peace gatherings. If you want, you can go to my website, carolynpitts.com, and learn more about that. We gather at least once a week for just 30 minutes. And that's a nice way to get started by practicing that intention for peace with other individuals. But I understand sometimes we're just too keyed up to sit still. And in that case, a simple breathing practice is a great place to start. I have lots of breathing practices on my website. I'll link to a few up here so you can give them a try. They're short, one's 2 minutes, one's 5 minutes, and I guide you through breathing. Breathing is so fundamental in helping us regulate our emotions. Here's another thought. This is something I do every day. I begin my day with a reminder that I am the keeper of my body and my mind, and I choose what to let in. So when negativity creeps in, I ask myself, is this something I'm choosing to feel? And that is not to say that we should suppress anger, because that can be unhealthy too, but we can choose to notice how we're feeling and intentionally release it. If you notice recurring triggers, situations that reliably get a rise out of you, like me with technology that's not working, approach it with curiosity and ask yourself, why does this set me off? Journaling can be a powerful tool for this kind of self-exploration, especially after some time has passed and we've calmed down a little bit. I've learned a lot about myself this way, and being aware of why I was reacting helped me to find that space and interrupt that automatic response. In Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, Dr. Joe Dispenza recommends mental rehearsal. So think about a situation that can set you off and imagine that situation unfolding in your mind, but change the ending. And make that visualization as clear as you can. Think about what you smell, what you hear, what you say, and how you feel. That mental rehearsal can help you change those hardwired responses that happen without thinking. When you feel yourself getting warm and you feel that anger rising, take a deep breath and remind yourself that you have the power to choose if you choose to use your power. When we learn to regulate our emotions, we are reclaiming our inner authority, and we stop surrendering our peace to circumstances outside our control. We begin to live with intention and not reaction. So this week, I would challenge you to try to notice that space between the stimulus and the response, and see if you can catch even one moment where you pause and choose to respond differently instead of reacting according to your old familiar patterns. Small shifts lead to powerful transformation, and every calm response is a gift to your body, to your mind, and to the people around you. And remember, just like learning to play a musical instrument, emotional regulation improves with practice. We are all works in progress. We will never be complete. We will never be perfect. We are always becoming. We are always on a journey. We are always improving ourselves one step at a time. We live in a chaotic world, no doubt about that. But that chaos, that external discord, does not need to mean that our inner life needs to be tumultuous as well. We can choose, with practice, to be the calm in the storm. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day. And remember to intend peace, intend love, and intend well.